Hi, this is Ron Brown for your Being Truly Well Minutes for today. I had the most glorious time yesterday. I should backtrack and tell you a little history on this. Every year for the past, I think it's 6 years now, I have an amazing best friend, Michelle, who I truly love. We are truly connected from our soul's desire of being connected to the universe, and just on so many issues we connect. And every year on Thanksgiving Day or connected to the weekend with it, we always go to the movies together. And, of course, I'm living in Elkton, Maryland, and she lives up in Devon. So I had to go up to there to go see the movies with her. And each year we've always found the perfect movie. We both saw Slumdog Millionaire and predicted that it would win the Oscars, and it did. We've been very fortunate whenever we go to the movies to see something glorious. The universe always guides us to the right one. And so yesterday I left it up to her which movie to see. The Descendants or Hugo, which I want to see Martin Scorsese's movie. Seems to be, really good. So Michelle, who just graduated from nursing school and who expressed that she wanted to go into possibly hospice care, which she told me, before we went in to see the movie. I thought that was interesting. But before that, rewind a little bit further. And I was asking the universe all the way up there. I said there's so many choices that need to happen very soon. Where will I live? Where will I work? And I said, universe, open up several doorways to me so that I can choose what, give me insight as to which door I should go through. And then I'll have multiple choices to select. And true to the universe's form, it wanted to teach me a life lesson. And I love it when the universe does that. Sometimes not the way the universe does that. I had been going to King of Prussia for a very long time. Used to work up in that area. But coming from the south, it's a little different. And we went to a night movie. And on the way there, I was just singing in the spirit and listening to some wonderful music on my iPod that I plugged into the system. I have an empowerment track CD, empowerment track of several songs that are just positive messages. I like to fill my head with good things, not garbage. Remember we talked about Geigo. And on the way there, several times, I want you to emphasize this to you, several times I made wrong turns. The first time, I almost got onto 76 East instead of West. Was able to pull out of that and get onto 76 West. Then I got off the wrong exit and wound up in Norristown, but not near the mall, and didn't know where I was. So I stopped in a store and asked the guy for directions. And 3 times he went through it with me and said, when you get to the second light, you want to make a left. And then you'll go down past the Burger King and then make a right. And then go down 2 streets and make a left. Pretty simple instructions. But of course, I said, oh, okay, I got it. So I get down to the second light and I make a right instead of a left. And I drive down. And I wind up down by a McDonald's that I used to pass all the time. And so I asked for directions again, only to find my way there and then finally get to the movie theater. So it was like about 3 or 4 times that I made wrong turns. And I sat there in my car as I was early for the movie, and Michelle, who's a massage therapist and registered nurse, was doing a massage for a patient, a client of hers. And so I'm sitting there in my car, and I'm just having the most amazing Buddha laugh of insight. And let me explain what a Buddha laugh is. A Buddha laugh is when the universe shows you something in a way that's physical or through an experience that you didn't expect. And I sat there with this big aha moment of insight, or Buddha laugh, and I started laughing in my car. People are going in doing their Black Saturday shopping, and I was sitting there in my car having this wonderful laugh just enjoying the fact that the universe truly showed me that you must be specific of what you desire so that it can come to fruition. That the reason in our lives we make wrong choices, like taking the wrong exit, taking a left instead of a right, or right instead of a left, the reason we do those things is, number one, we have to pay attention. Number two, we have to be specific as to where we want to go so that it can get us there. Remember, we talked about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What if I said to myself, I want a sandwich? Well, I would know to get bread, but beyond that, I would stumble around and figure out, what am I going to do? And I'd waste some time trying to prepare a sandwich because I didn't have enough information. So the universe truly gave me a Buddha laugh boo moment. I enjoy those. As a big person who's working on becoming a smaller person, I truly felt from within my spirit a leap of joy at this experience. So then we go into the movie theater, and she wanted to see The Descendants. Before we went in the theater, she talked about wanting to be a hospice nurse and how she just had this interview, and she's hoping she gets the position because she's always wanted to do hospice nursing. And I said, well, what about regular RN work at a hospital? Well, no, I really would like to be a hospice nurse. And I truly encourage everyone that if you have a desire, try to visualize for yourself a day in the life and see what it's like, see if it feels right, if it feels good. So the screen goes dark and we're watching the movie The Descendants, and it literally is about, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the whole story is about this woman who gets injured in a boating accident, and she's in a hospital on a ventilator and has a living will, and it's all about how her family must release her and she's going to die. Kind of like a hospice, only in a hospital. And the whole movie is all about them dealing with the consequences of her decisions in life. I won't go into much detail on it, but it's a pretty good movie. I think it'll probably be up for an Oscar, certainly for George Clooney's role, if not the whole movie. But it was kind of a depressing downer kind of movie. In fact, you can't have a good outcome. But there was some symbolism there, like the blanket on the mother's hospital bed. And at the end of the movie, that's the very blanket that George Clooney and his two daughters cover themselves up for as they roll the closing credits. So I found that moment very touching. So the lights came back up, and Michelle looks at me and she says, kind of a downer movie. And I went, well, it is about death and dying. So then I went home, and I didn't really say anything to her about that, but I knew that the reason the universe had us pick that particular film, I would have been happy seeing Hugo, and I still would like to see that one, as I do like Martin Scorsese's films. But I think the reason we were meant to see that film is to give her a snapshot of a day in the life of what it would be like to take care of someone that's dying or has no hope, which is what hospice is all about, someone toward the end of their life. And so I really think that the universe wanted her to see that, saying, this is what you're asking for, this is what it will be like. Is it really what you want? So there is a little check system that the universe gives us and encourages us to have a day in the life. And I always ask that our eyes be open at all times, especially when it comes to my friends and people I love. I ask that the universe clearly show us direction. So I texted her this morning about that. I don't know if she got the message yet. She might still be asleep. But I said it's truly interesting how the universe gives us what we ask and gives us what we need. And a glimpse in the day of the life is truly something that's amazing. So my food for thought for you for today is I would encourage you to be very specific and clear on what you would desire in your life to bring to fruition. Remember, we talked about how you program your mind, but if you put garbage in for your data, you get garbage out. So if you want to be something or do something in life, or remember I talked about volunteering in a position or trying things out, or meditation, visualize yourself a day in the life, I really would encourage you today, while it's the end of the holiday weekend, it's a perfect time to grab a little alone time together. You might be in a car with relatives driving back with your family from Thanksgiving and be stuck in traffic. Well, if you're not the one that's driving, this is a perfect time to just go within and do some visualization to see, exactly what would it be like if I was this or that. I truly thought I would like to be this, so let me visualize what a day in the life might be and how does it feel. That's all visualized in meditation. Sometimes a movie helps. This one, The Descendants, for being a hospice nurse. Close, but, it's about dying and kind of a sad movie, but a good movie. Or it could be anything that you desire. It could be how I asked the universe for something, and then it had me take some wrong turns. So I want you to open your spiritual eyes, which are more than just your eyes, to be open to what is the universe showing me and everything. I want to share with you a little prayer that I always pray, and it's not a Christian prayer necessarily. It's a universal prayer, and it goes like this. I ask that you put a protective hedge around me, my life, my car as I venture forth today, that you open my eyes to what I must see, what I must do, and what I must feel, to maximize the effort of my day. I would ask that you would protect me in my life, in my direction that I am heading, in my job if I'm working. I say that in there. And I would ask that you give me insight so that I may head in the right direction. And I ask it in the universe's most holy power. Amen. And I pray that every time I get in my car, whether it's to go to a job interview now, or when I was driving to work in the morning, when I was working at another job, and I just ask the universe to truly give me protection, a protective hedge around me, and that my spiritual eyes be open. So I would encourage you to do that for yourself. Go within. Morning for me is best for meditation because it's when you're first starting off your day. Maybe it's nighttime for you before you go to bed. Don't get in a habit of doing meditation laying on your bed because you'll fall asleep. And falling asleep halfway through your meditation sometimes isn't meditation at all. Others find it very enlightening and they dream of things, whatever works for you. But daily you should go within and touch with the embryonic truth within and ask the universe to show you. Visualize. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking in my conscious mind. What would this be like? And let your subconscious mind program that, run it through its computer. If you're, again, not into believing in God, let it run through the computer and show you what that might be like and visualize it and show you a physical example. So you can have some Buddha laughs and some Buddha moments, and as Oprah calls them, aha moments. I love that, and I really appreciate Oprah. So anyway, in your own life, I want you to think about that. So what is your aha moment? What is your steps that you're taking? And are you asking for the universe to show it to you? If you're a Christian, you can ask God or Jesus to show you. If you're a Muslim, you can ask Allah to open your eyes. If you are a Jewish person, you can ask God to bring to you the light within so that you may see the path ahead. And if you are an atheist or agnostic, talk to that computer. Ask it to run its program and to show you. I promise you there's more to this life than this, the physical. There's an emotional and a spiritual level. Even if you don't believe in an afterlife, you've got to believe in that. So this is Ron Brown for your Being Truly Well Minutes. A little deep for a Sunday, but I had to share that with you. So have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow.